Have you been able to increase your organic matter levels in these fields?
We're seeing our organic matter increase. It's not by leaps and bounds. I've heard folks that are able to increase it dramatically more than what we are, but over the last probably 5 to 6 years, we'll see a couple tenths of an increase on fields that we're doing a really good job with managing our cover crops, making sure we have proper crop rotation, and just not being cotton all the time or corn all the time or soy all the time.
Okay.
But those the fields where we're putting the effort into it, making sure that we're doing our part, yes sir, we're seeing some increase in organic matter.
Well, that's a realistic. I always get concerned when someone says they've increased it by 1%. I'm not sure that it takes organic matter to generate organic matter. You got to grow it before it can become part of the soil. Now, one final thing here, Will. I hear you can use your sense of smell to tell me about the soil, whether it's healthy or not. Have you had anybody ever tell you that?
Yes. One of the things, as far as a soil's background and my career, we have to make determinations on land usage. A lot of times in a marginal site where it may be a wetland or an area near a wetland, we sometimes smell that foul odor. And basically that foul odor we're smelling is a hydrogen sulfide gas. That soil is going through a process called anaerobiosis. And basically what it's doing is depleting or oxidizing off the hydrogen sulfide. That soil's not functioning properly because there's very little oxygen there. It's a low oxygen environment. Well, obviously, if we've got something living here, these cotton plants are just like us. This biology in the soil is just like us. It has to have oxygen. So the more oxygen friendly or oxygen abundance we see in a soil, that we don't smell that foul odor. The next thing is when we start to accumulate carbon in this rhizosphere, we start to smell that sweet smell. Back when guys did a lot of moldboard plowing in a conventional system in the springtime, that sweet smell would be basically the carbon that's oxidizing on that. So if we were to take this soil and smell it, we don't have that foul rotten egg smell that we have with anaerobiosis. But we have a smell that basically it's not foul and is kind of a sweeter smell. We won't smell it today based on the heat and because this system is kind of in its maturity. If we were earlier in the season, back in April or late March, we could smell that biology starting to break down and working with that organic matter. This time of the year, like we said, we're August the 31st. The biology has slowed down quite a bit. It'll start to pick up along about October, November, when soil temperatures are cooler. The air temperatures are cooler as well, and we start to see a little more rainfall. So we'll start to smell that again. But one thing that yes, we can smell a good smell in that and see that this soil is functioning to some degree.